All right, all right. Hello and good evening. We are doing Mondays with Margie. I am Margie McDaniel. If you haven't had a chance to um, be in one of our meetings for the team, this is Monday night. We pick a topic and we just kind of chat for 30 minutes. So if you're able to jump on live, that's great. Otherwise, the recording's here and it will go up to YouTube. So if you are following me on either our team page or you come in, team members are able to come in on Zoom or following me on YouTube. Any of those, thank you, thank you. If you are watching me on YouTube, hey, give me a thumbs up and that really helps. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know if anything helps on these. And I love seeing your guys' comments. Facebook, comment below. Let me know what you're thinking. I'm hoping some of you guys will come on and chat with me. Yeah, I absolutely love talking with everybody wherever you might be. So tonight's topic is fundraising. Um, Fundraising looks different for everyone, and fundraising has really changed in Avon over the years. We've really done different ways of doing fundraising, and I have to say that right now is the most challenging, but still doable. Let's just keep it positive and um, if you want to try a fundraiser, do a fundraiser, absolutely jump in. So the first thing you need to do for fundraisers is figure out who you're raising funds for. Are you going to help, I guess right now time, kids would be gearing up for soccer in the spring, um, baseball in the spring, softball. So any of the kids' activities in the spring, start looking for those. Dance teams. Oh my gosh, it is coming up on recital time. I remember when my daughter was in dance and recitals were expensive. The costumes, the recital fees, just everything we would have pictures and we would have several $100s wrapped up in it. Dance can be expensive. Heck, right now, just living can be expensive. Do you know somebody that has had something happen in their life and they just need some funds? They need to do a fundraiser. There are a couple of different ways to do fundraisers. So those are some of the ways that I would say um, you would do a fundraiser in the fact that you're going to give them a percentage of your earnings. So that's kind of thinking that way. On the flip side, you can also do fundraisers for organizations that need our products. Have you had a disaster in your area? I'll tell you, the one I'm working on right now is uh, for the domestic violence shelter for women and children. They are in, my local one is in need of soaps and shower gels, that kind of thing. And I will show you how I picked and chose what to do for my fundraiser. So doing product-based fundraisers. At Christmas time, you see, oh my gosh, slippers for seniors is a huge one at Christmas time. Our slippers come out in that holiday catalog, reps are searching for those senior citizens in the retirement homes to donate slippers to. We love being active as a part of Avon. We want to be a part of our communities. We want to let them know that we are a positive impact in our communities. So any type of fundraiser going on, whether it be in your uh, place of worship, you can do fundraisers for them. Um, Girl Girl Scouts, sometimes depending on the troop. Um, Boy Scouts, and those will be the ones that the Boy Scouts especially, those will be the ones, and let me tell you just a few that are coming up. We will be getting into bug card here really quick. And I have friends and that have done fundraisers for like Boy Scouts for their trips. Our bug guard is the best for their camping. My niece would buy nothing for but our bug guard um, for her boys to go to camp because it was the only thing that kept everything off of them because otherwise they came back just bitten alive. Um, getting parents and that kind of thing. Getting you could spot. I have one friend from and she actually sponsored a race car by getting her logo put on the car um, in exchange for providing the team with bug guard for their racing season. I'm telling you, free advertisement, and all it takes is some bug guard. I'm in it, man. If I had a car out there with Avon and my name on it, I would do some bug guard. So you can do some bartering that way too. If you know somebody that does, my son was just did his first, and I don't know how much he's going to get into it, but he just did his first like motocross inside race. And I talked to him about sponsoring him, putting my Avon on his bike or helmet, jersey, whatever it is, how they do that. Sponsoring baseball teams, you can do that too. Um, Talk to if you know the the coach, you could, if depending on how big you want to go, you could sponsor a baseball team and have your name on their sleeves as they play every game, or a banner. I did a banner um, one year, and I bought a spot on a banner that would be placed with my daughter was in a competitive league. So they traveled. And so I bought a square on the banner that would hang outside their dugout at every game, and it was my Avon information. Um, so you can do, so you can either buy those or, hey, talk to the team, say, hey, sponsor you with Bug Guard. Can I get my name on the banner or a discount? You can do fundraisers in so many ways. It really does work. Um, so let's get down to so now we've got an idea of, go all different directions. Figure out who you want to do your fundraiser with. Is it an individual? Is it a team? Is it an organization? You can go through the schools. If you feel like you want to do a fundraiser as big as a school event, go for it. Absolutely. Sky's the limit on how much you want to do fundraising. One thing before we dig even deeper in, you can see I have a beautiful beach behind me. I wish I was on the beach. I'm going to spoil it by drinking hot cocoa because it is still kind of cool where I'm at. So it is a dream at this point. But so you have dreams. We have a cruise coming up. So fundraisers not only get us out in the community doing good for others, what it does for us, because yes, you will either be losing some commission or you will be figuring out how to get product to an organization. So it is extra work, but what is it doing for you? Well, when we're talking about those sales levels, when we're talking about getting to Premier, getting to President's Club, earning that cruise so that you and maybe you and somebody else can go on the cruise, that is where fundraising helps because that's just extra money being added to your award sales so that you can level up and earn those titles or cruises or whatever it is that you're working towards. So, um, in the round circle of things, that's what it's going to do for you. Because yes, you know, if you are giving 5%, 10% of your earnings, you know, what is it doing for you besides just doing good for your community? So if you want to get, you know, if you can just get a $200 fundraiser and then another $200 fundraiser, or if it happens to be $1,000 fundraiser, you only need $5,000 in a yearly cycle to get Premier, right? You need 10,000 to get President's Club. If you do $1,000 fundraiser right there, it did not earn you money. If you're giving all your profits away, um, which I will make sure that you're not going in the hole, teach you how to do that. But that's $1,000 towards that cruise level you need, or towards earning one of those levels. And that's what makes fundraising worth it. So, and that's what I'm doing. I am going for Honor Society this year. I have always been about 3,500, 4,000, something like that shy of Honor Society. So this year I wanted to push and reach that goal. Um, the other thing that it gets you is who knows what you do. So when you're doing these fundraisers, you're also getting your name out in the community that you sell Avon. So people can buy from you beyond just the fundraising time. So that is another advantage. So growing your clientele and just knowing, letting people know, you know, who knows what you do. That's how you grow your business. So you're growing your business, you're going to help level up, and all of it's going to work together. It's well worth the effort. So let's talk about um, the one where you're going to give a percentage of I haven't had anybody come on, so I'm just going to go with this until somebody comes on and asks me some questions. I've got a viewer, but they're not saying anything. Um, so let's talk about the one where you give away a percentage of your earnings. That type, it's Marianne. She was coming on. Hi, my dear. Good evening. Good evening. Um, so if you're going to do one that you're giving away your earnings, think about it in a business wise. Normally, I would say that fundraisers, if they do one with like Amazon Smiles or there's all different kinds of them out there, they're usually getting about 3% earnings on a fundraiser. You could definitely, if you are a contender and you are getting 25% earnings, you could definitely do 5%. If you really wanted to be generous, you could do 10%, but I would not give your full 20% earnings because one, you're going to have to make sure that shipping and tax are covered. You're going to want to do that anyway, but you're going to want to make sure that it's covered. Bags, if you're going to have to, if you have agreed to bag up orders, you're going to have to buy bags. There's going to be some expense on your end. So don't give away your full earnings so that you can afford to finance that fundraiser in those ways. So definitely thinking in the 5 to 10% earnings rate range, which if you do 10%, I mean that's really pretty good, and hopefully somebody would be very happy with that. Right now, Avon does, I haven't even checked. Okay, deep breath. Avon right now, in my opinion, does not have their ducks in a row when it comes to doing fundraising. Um, so as representatives, we find our own ways in just the ways that I said at the beginning of this meeting. So Marianne, you might want to go back and rewatch because I did go over, what type of fundraisers and how to find people to do it. Now we're on to doing it. Um, so uh lost my train of thought there for a second. Um, so we're gonna want to do this on our own in our own way. So let me do a screen share because I am going to end up screen sharing to explain this. So let me share my screen and let's hop over to Avon and let me show you we how we representatives are doing it now, at least the ones that I have seen doing it. So let's hop over to Avon. I was gonna hop onto Facebook. We may go there. So um when you go in, and this is how I did mine. Um, so if you want to do a fundraiser for money, you are more than able to go in, grab your digital brochure, or if they want paper brochures, you can set that up. I am logged out at the moment. I can see that by how it's logged in. But what you do is you're going to go and you're going to share your brochure with whoever is in that fundraiser. So you could do a Facebook group, or you could give um, the link to the person that you have decided to work the fundraiser with, whether it be the coach, the head of the Girl Scouts, the person that needed the funds for, their house burned down and they're willing to try a fundraiser um to do this. They can do a book fundraiser and bring you back the orders, and then you give them 10% of what they sell. Kind of like a book party, but it is for fundraising. So you can do it that way. Um, you can do it by sharing your link and letting them shop online. It's just a little bit more difficult to track. We did have a way to track it on Avon, but the last I heard, I have not heard good things about it working well. So we're not even going to go there. So I think the best way to do this, you would have to be with, the honesty. It would have to be basically, you could do it. You could give them your link to your e-store or to your e-brochure if they don't live local. And then they would need to tell you who is shopping with you. And you would recognize that they're a new client. So you would be able to do it that way and keeping track of how much they're selling. It will be a little bit of keeping track and a little bit of work to do it that way. That's why, uh, sometimes the product way of doing fundraisers is just a little bit easier in my perspective at this point. So if you wanted to do one with giving a percentage of sales, you would either have to do it like a book party or online, and then they would just have to tell you. And you would just have to see the new customers coming in. And that's another reason why not to do a full percentage, because if you were to do one and they had somebody that wanted to shop online, you could end up paying shipping. And then you're going to have to budget that into, that's why you wouldn't give your full 25% earnings away just in case you have to cover the shipping and everything. You're not going to make them cover that. So the other way of doing it is by product. And that's the way I chose to do the one that I'm currently doing. So I went, and so that I had at this point, I had the most time to do it. I went ahead and went to our furthest out what's new. So I went to campaign 4 because at the moment when I started this fundraiser, I made it up. It started now. I wanted to pick out a product bundle from the furthest what's new out. So I will have this campaign, next campaign, and then when the book launches in campaign 4, I will have 3 campaigns that I can honestly do my fundraiser, because this bundle is going to be available now, next campaign, and then in the actual campaign 4. I chose this bundle here, and I did it because the place that I chose is, like I said, is for domestic violence. They are needing soap. So this bundle has shower gel, bar soap, and a hand cream, which is always just a excellent bonus when doing fundraising. So I am doing the fundraiser at $7 a bundle, because my cost at President's Club is $6.59. I put tax. Tax is based on the $10.99. And that brought me right up to the $6.59. My fundraisers, and because and it's just however you want to do them, I always say that I will cover the shipping along with giving my cost. I cover shipping as part of my contribution to the fundraiser. I don't ever want my people that are donating to have to worry about it covering that. I want their donation to go directly to product. So I have made up, and let me see if I have it. Nope, that's getting ready for tomorrow. Let me see. Here it is. So I'll just bring you up in Canva where I made it up. So I made up a little sheet, and then I brought it over to Word. I mean, you could do this as fancy or as not fancy as you want. But I have a sheet, so now I have 6 to a page. Ooh, we just disappeared me and everything. So 6 to a page is what I have. But this is what it says. And I will put these on each of my customers' orders. So in February, letting them know, help me spread the love. Sponsor this bundle now through 2/26, which that'll be the last day of campaign 4 where I can get this. And together, using my cost of this special bundle and your donation, let's show love doesn't hurt. That is the slogan that they usually use for, especially the shelter that I chose, what they use for their slogan. So simply add your donation with your Avon order, and I will get these delivered to the domestic violence shelter safe home. I truly appreciate your help. And then I show them the bundle that they're getting, and it'll be $7 to them. $7 flat. That's covering my cost of the product, tax, and then I will cover shipping, because that's just the way I run my fundraisers. So back over to here. So what will happen is when my customers let me know that they want to sponsor a bundle, they want to sponsor 2 bundles, whatever they want to do, I will come back in here and I will order. Now you see, I will be getting $10.99 towards my award sales. That's towards my leveling up again this year for President's Club. We all have to do it every year. Hopefully, hopefully jumping up to Honor Society is my goal. And then also, hopefully, a beautiful trip, on the cruise. So, that is where it is coming in to help me. Not only am I helping the shelter, but I am upping my sales level so that I can reach goals that I have set for myself. So this is, I will also, the reason that I was going to bring up Facebook, I will also, I'm waiting for February 1st because as you saw my picture, I'm doing this as a February. I will put it on my stories. I will put it on my Avon with Margie page, and I will probably even make an event so that I can get the most exposure that even if they are not one of my Avon customers, um, they can still donate and help me with a purpose. I do have several high school friends that when they see me come on and do fundraisers, that they normally just donate and then I just buy. They don't care that I'm doing it for Avon or who I'm doing it for. They just are the type of people that love to help in a good fundraiser for a good cause. And I always try to keep mine affordable. $7 to sponsor a bundle is reasonable. So you could, but this is the one I chose. So this is just an example. So you would choose, whatever it is that you chose to go with. There might be well, they have the Skin So Soft and the pink, but you could choose I mean, these are bundles in our What's New. So that's just kind of where I went with it to try to use these. And it was one where I got full award sales. These ones where you're not getting full award sales, you're only getting the award sales of what you sell. Not quite. I mean, it's good for a fundraiser, but it's not going to get you the leveling up that is the purpose of helping you fundraise. So you want to look at the ones that are breaking it down. So if you guys were to do this bundle, it is $8.24. I think it was 34 cents for tax. So your bundle would be $9 if you wanted to cover shipping. It just depends on you. So you would take it at a contender, or if you're Premier, again, you would be probably right in the $8 range if you wanted to do this fundraiser for a local place. But we'll be having, we know that this campaign is ending tomorrow. So we are going to have another What's New. It may, choose your foundation, choose the organization that you want to fundraise for first. See what they need, and that's what I did. I went to them and I saw what they needed. They told me, we need soap. Because there were other ones that, they didn't need shampoo. They needed soap. So I could have went with shampoo, but they were set on that. They needed this. So get with your organization and see what they're needing, then come back and dive into what do we have that would be good for them and what they need. So it all starts with who you're doing it for, what they need, and then coming back in here and looking for the best deal that you could get. And then, and this one, of course, would be me doing the legwork, since it's going to be my fundraiser. This isn't a fundraiser where I went to an organization and they're going out, but you very well could pick this bundle. Say you went to a Girl Scouts or something like that. They wanted a, just a bundle to be able to sell. You could do this bundle, just make a flyer sheet and then give them 10% of the earnings. So they would be getting about $1 per set as their earnings, right? If they were doing 10%. So if you were going the money way on this one, you could just print out, a list or take a piece of paper and then just put this on there and, let them know that this is the cost. This is what they need to collect. This is the bundle. If this is the bundle, make sure that's what they want to sell and then give them 10%. Say you're making $1. It's just going to be just over $1 per bundle. I mean, that's pretty good. If every bundle they sell, they're getting $1 towards their organization. So, or baseball team or softball team, soccer team, whatever it is that you're working with. So that's the gist of it. That is kind of where we do with our, see, I found some original Skin So Soft. Okay. And shower gels that are registered fundraisers. Okay, so yeah, I will go into that. So they do, and like I said, they do have what they call registered fundraisers. It's just that I haven't touched base with that in a while because it just wasn't, yeah, it was weird. So you can go to Fundraising Hub under marketing. So manage business, marketing, fundraising hub. Of course, here it is, help your community. And then what you're looking at is right there, find your potential partners, reach out. They do have a script that you can get to. I think no, I did not pull that up. They have a script like, kind of helping you what to say if you need a letter to introduce yourself. And then it does have kind of step-by-step details. But they do have flyers. So you can come here to the flyers. Let's see what they have. You do have to register your fundraiser. It's very easy to, you just call and I think you can register online even. So let's see what they have for options on flyer fundraisers. I haven't looked in a while just because they never did. Okay, so they do. Okay, so they have something. Let's get this bigger. So I may have to look into this myself. So here are the top picks. So you would get this flyer and they would get all 6 for $16.99 on this one. Okay, shower gels 5 for $12.99. And then they have 5 for 10 on the bars of original Skin So Soft soap. My curiosity is, and this is where I've run into, and then they do have where you could just print out which bundle they're wanting to buy. And then again, their subtotals, if they paid and when you delivered. So this would be a nice piece of paper to make your list. That way you could give it to the organization right there. My name is, I'm raising funds for, all orders are due by, just like your everyday fundraiser at a school or whatnot. So this is a great form, but let me take a look out here. Just, do they have these products in stock? Let me, that's what I'm wondering. And I have to worry about that on mine too. So Bath and Body and bath soap. Okay, they do have the bath soap for in stock. So okay, so the bath for me, that bath soap might be a really good one for me to look in at, especially if they run out of the bundle. I could go over and grab that one and manage it too. So so thank you. Well, thank you for making me look over there. Oh, here was where I saved the script. This is where if you did that, they will give you a script of, you know, how to contact somebody at an organization, what to say, asking for the PTO, PTA, or fundraising chairperson. Um, so it's just different situations and what to say. Uh, and let's see, okay, here's where we were. And so, yeah, so these two could be options. If I just get money donated, I could also jump over and grab these so that there would be options to fill a void if the other sells out. Because with our inventory problems, I am a little fearful of if that bundle sells out before I finish selling at the end of February. So this would give me two more options to come in and be able to fill my organization's needs with donations if I'm not able to get the other. So yeah, so this is another good place. Just make sure that you're getting because like you said, it may be your organization may be dancers and they need waterproof mascara. That might be a better fit for them. Or having this brochure or this sheet so that they can buy anything off of this sheet for those prices. So yeah, so there you go. So you're right. Thank you, Marianne, for making me jump over and look. I just had not looked at it in a while because it had become a little crazy with not being um things that were available. So, and I know these are in and out of stock, but again, you can you'll have to work with it and watch because that way you would have options. But yeah, a beautiful sheet to be able just to print out and hand out. So yeah, so great. So this could be definitely something to look into also if you don't want to pick your own. It's just that we've gotten so used to picking our own that we kind of had not been going that route. So yeah, so thanks for making me pull that up. But that's where you're finding it. So if you are running into it, you just happen to be, searching for something, your skin so soft, and all of a sudden that comes up as an option. It's something that they have right there. So they do have one. They used to have multiple flyers that you could choose from, but it looks like they've combined it down to one. Um, so if we're looking at it, they also have, we'll do it real quick, because I don't want to completely just, not give it a fair shot. But so the online, um, they used to be able to get it's a link to your store, but it's a special link just for them. And you can register online for this one. And I don't know if it's still working the same way. I have just not heard anybody using it. And I just hadn't done it. So you would fill in all the information, when you want it to start, when you want it to end, um, the goal that the organization's looking to earn. You can put down what percentage that you're willing to offer. So that lets them know up front that you're giving them, a 10% on beauty and fashion and 10%. And that's it. You could go maybe 15% on, if you wanted to go on beauty and home, because you make 25% here, but you make 20% here as a contender. And then you can make a customized link to where it's going to say avon.com/fundraiser/ and then you could put in, like this one would be for mine. I think it was safe home. If I can spell. So that would give, so anybody shopping off this one, or you could, like that, or if you're doing it for, the baseball team, you could put Tigers ball team, whoever you're doing it for, and it would give them a special link, and then they could shop it. Let's see, you can promote the whole book or promote a section. I would do the whole book. If the organization gives you a logo, you could do a logo there, but you have to make sure. And then you would click submit, and then you would be ready to go with your fundraiser. That would be it. So they do have this still up there. It just, like I said, you have to be cautious because it does say if any orders are 60, you will pay the shipping fees. So make sure that you are and that's kind of where, people were getting into a little bit of trouble, having a little bit of difficulties, was not figuring in that they could be paying $8 on an order, and then they gave them 20% earnings, and then they're going in the hole. So you have to be careful on how much you're offering and what your costs could be. So yeah, so they do still have this one, and it's easy to register right here online. And then again, you would just have that organization share that link out with everybody, and then all of the people, if you do a fundraiser like this, all of these people that buy from this fundraiser would go into your address book. So again, you are adding customers that could possibly be future customers. I think that was some of where the confusion was coming in, though, because if they were already a customer with another representative, but they were just shopping your fundraiser because their kid happened to be on that baseball team, but they had a representative. I believe they were trying to get it where they stayed with their representative, but if they were not with anybody, then it could go to you. So yeah, so that one I am not 100% sure on anymore, guys, because it's been so long since any of us really have pushed this type of fundraiser. But it really is, I mean, it's a good way to do online and earn, or get those online customers. So yeah, any questions? Got anything for me, Marianne? Give you just a second here. I know it takes a moment to type. Um, but that's kind of the gist with fundraisers. I really, I hope that you all do, push to do some kind of fundraiser. I really do think that it brings you into the community and just raises the knowledge of who knows what you're doing. So really getting your name out there, doing good. And, we used to I chose domestic violence because Avon used to do breast cancer and domestic violence. And we ended up dropping that one. And I was kind of sad about that. because of things in my past with family and friends. I'm fortunate enough not to have had domestic violence in my personal life, but I've had it in my immediate family and friends that have gone through it. So it is a something that is dear to me. So that's why I chose that one, and I will be choosing others. I have made, if any of you watched my um, goals and my vision board, I have committed doing one fundraiser per quarter. So if I could do an extra couple $100, extra $1,000, whatever I can do on each fundraiser, that's just that much more towards my award sales and earning up to that next level. I'm going to stop the share. And yeah, I'm going to say we have been on here. It's been 45 minutes. So usually try to keep these to 30. Have any questions, let me know. We can work one-on-one on a fundraiser, but dream big. If you want that cruise, you want to be looking at a view like this, work it, take steps, get outside your comfort zone, ask people if they would like to work with you, and do what you got to do to get there. So with that, I am going to say goodnight, and I will see you all soon. Bye, guys.